Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Monday, December 8, 2025. Let's take a look at the economic calendar for today. So what do we have today? Overnight session, data from Japan and China were the major data releases. Adjusted current account down to 2.48 trillion yen. Current account down to 2.83 trillion yen. GDP in Japan down from 0.5 to minus 0.6%. And annualized GDP deteriorates even further from 2.1% to minus 2.3%. Chinese data, imports down. Actual imports up from 1.0% to 1.9%, but less than expected 2.8%. Forecast trade balance is up. Exports are up from minus 1.1 to 5.99. So a bunch of pretty good data from China overnight. German industrial production is up from 1.1% to 1.8%. Second consumer climate in Switzerland up from minus 37 to minus 34. And the London session seems to be very light in data release, but the US session got something for us. Factory orders are scheduled for release at 4 o'clock. Free-ed note auction is scheduled for release at 7 o'clock. Non-farm productivity is scheduled for release at 8 o'clock. And unit labor costs are scheduled for release at 8 o'clock as well. So pretty light day, poor with data releases except the Asian session. So without any further ado, let's switch to the charts. We start with euro dollar. So as you can see, the euro dollar in form of the 4-hour time frame chart is now reversing lower. There were multiple attempts to rally higher above this level here. As you can see, this is the high from the last level, 1.1383 from the last week, of course. So that's the technical resistance for us. And just recently we hit this small zone located between 1.83, 1.1683, 1.1670, and market is reversing lower. With this kind of a positive but very weak momentum, we might expect that the test of the level of 1.1629 and eventually trend line. All right, and when the trend line is violated, momentum might break below the level of 50, and in that situation we will test the technical support at 1.1614, and then eventually even the 100 PS moving average at 1.1594. So it looks like this movement to the upside on the euro dollar, which was possibly in 3 waves only. So this is that situation here. Yeah, wave A, wave B, and wave C has been completed. And please remember that this is only the correction. Every time we got 3 waves to the upside, it's only a correction to the upside during the down trend. So right now euro dollar is looking more and more bearish. British pound reverse from the highs at 1.3384 last week, and now it is testing the range, local range low at 1.3316, and the breakout means that we will test 1.3274, and if this momentum keep deteriorate lower, we can even test the 100 PS moving average at 1.3194. So the outlook for the British pound is looking bearish for now. However, this bearish outlook might be only a local pullback, local correction to the downside. So please pay attention to the British pound as well. And US dollar versus the Japanese yen, as you can see, is breaking back above the local trend line after testing the 154 and 49 technical support, as we mentioned many times before. Momentum is breaking into the positive territory. So a test of 155.84 is needed to confirm the breakout to the upside. Breakout above the 100 periods moving average is definitely bullish, and the US dollar versus the Japanese yen is back to its previous trend after this correction is completed. So let's take a look at the US dollar index. The US dollar index is looking quite quite bearish. This is not the situation where the US dollar index is rallying. We are very, very close to the technical support at 98.75. Nevertheless, the market is trying to bounce from the negative sentiment zone, but right now only 42 points, so it's not good at all for the global trend, for the global sentiment for the US dollar index. It is looking like it looks like the market still wants to test this technical resistance first, 99.10, before we will even try to test the 100 piece moving average. So no big let's say no big movements on the US dollar index, and the US dollar index is still inside of this local range. The same situation can be observed on gold market. We are trading inside of the local range. Let me just move this this technical resistance to the from the last week, from the December 1st. We made 4,264 the local swing high, and the low, and the range low is 4,163. So this is the price action inside of this this range, and momentum wise we are moving around this around the level of 50 on the RSI, which is obviously just regular oscillating around the neutral zone. So neither bulls nor bears want to move in their direction. We're just waiting for the trigger that will eventually do something on this market to fuel it up with the momentum. Nevertheless, you can see the breakout above this trend line here, and breakout above the 100 periods moving average. For now, we are consolidating in this range. We are consolidating the recent gains. However, they need bulls especially need a little bit more of the push to move higher towards the all-time high on gold. For now, it doesn't actually look like they have this kind of a momentum. Keep consolidating without any movement whatsoever. And the Bitcoin, as you can see, let me just add this trend line here. The Bitcoin is trying to resume the upward movement. If we place our trend line, it should be placed a little bit lower, because that's the level here. Maybe it will not be that that difficult for this trend line to move it around somewhere else. Let me just place it a little bit lower. Nevertheless, the point is that it should be something like that. Okay, so let's keep it this way. But we might be still moving inside of the channel. If we keep our trend line like this, you can see that we are still moving inside of this channel. We got the V-shaped reversal. 5 waves to the upside has been completed, because we were counting the 5th wave to the upside, didn't happen. We got the correction. Then we have the consolidation, weekend consolidation. Now in the early trading, we got a breakout above the level of 50 on the momentum. Now 60 points, strong momentum. We are going to test 94,081 technical resistance, maybe even the upper channel line. However, still the target is around $99,000. It is possible to test this level after the breakout out of the channel. So very interesting situation on the Bitcoin these days. Very big candle here, the green candle, that is actually trying, where the bulls were actually trying to gain the momentum. So right now it looks like the market is trying to resume the uptrend after the V-shaped reversal, correction, and movement to the upside again. We will see how this will develop very, very soon. First targets are on the chart, so let's wait and see what the market will do with that situation. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. Take care and bye bye.